Hello, welcome back to MultiTap Gaming. This is Andy Senior here with podcast number 33. I believe it's 33 or it's 34. I don't even know anymore. Yes. But yeah, podcast 33. Once again, joined by the usual suspects. On the top left, we've got Ams.
Cool.
And down at the bottom, we've got CJ.
Yo, in the building.
Yeah, so how you two been this week anyway?
Good. Well, I had a good week at work of my own, personally. Not so much on site. Sites were cold and crappy, but the work I was doing, I was happy with. So, good week. In terms of gaming, just before we got on, I done some spanking in Monopoly, as I usually do. I can't remember.
Oh, what, the family or what? Or
no, the online one. I played through SharePlay.
Yeah.
I don't lose at Monopoly. I don't know why, but I just don't lose. Can't remember the last time I lost.
You might be an evil genius in disguise, you know.
I might be, because I won that one.
He's using cheat codes, isn't it?
I'm telling you.
I had about
unlimited money.
I had about 100 Monopoly left, and I had my properties with her houses on them. That I got a good deal where I gained like 1,400, and that's when the game was mine.
That's it.
Game over. Yeah.
Also, which will be a surprise, I dusted this off.
Oh, your Switch?
Yeah. The reason
when was the last time you used it?
Not this year. I dusted it off to play this.
I was literally gonna ask you if you got Super Mario 3D. It makes sense why you've dusted it off. I was
very fun game. I'm starting to be convinced that the only good games they make are Mario.
I'm surprised because you've been critical of Mario for time.
Of how good they say it is. Like they're saying it's a very fun, good game, but these men are talking like it's a 13 out of 10. Relax. It's not that good.
Man's like, let's not get carried away. Right? It's a good game, but I'm not saying it's great.
They're being silly.
You have to be serious. It's on par with God of War and stuff, though.
Which one?
Storyline, everything.
There's been Marios in the past that you can argue are on par with God of War. It's been a long time. What I did enjoy is that they sent me a steelbook with it. I love steelbooks.
Oh, okay.
If you look at my shelves, there's so many steelbooks up there.
How much did you get it for?
I want to say 40, 45.
£40, yeah.
I don't know. I got it from Albus.
It's not steep, but it feels like it's steep for a Nintendo game.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why, I always feel like them games always feel older than they are. It's probably a new game out, but it's like, how can I pay 40 quid for it?
It's
but
recycling.
You know, when I deep it now, because you said 40 quid, and I was like, oh, that's cheap here. But I'm thinking because PS5 games are £70.
Yeah.
£40 is half price, basically.
It might have been 45. But also, you have to remember, they're saying that this is a last-gen console. So that's how much it should cost.
And that's still, Amlek's still digging at that one. All week he's been saying to me, they keep saying it's last gen. It's clearly not.
It makes no sense to me. How can you release two consoles that are completely different? It's not like a half step. They released two full consoles in one generation, and it makes no sense to me.
Yeah, but you know the Wii U was a flop, isn't it? So
that's their business. That is their business.
Yeah, but it's this generation then technically though. Yeah, technically, even though it didn't release in the same time period, but it's a different generation.
All the official figures are saying that this gen is PS5 and Series X. They're not including Switch, which is fair enough. But then I've been saying it's a side console for time. It's not in the. It's between the big two, and I accepted it. I accepted it for time. I'm glad other people are coming to accept it as well.
Well, me, I was playing Control this week. I thought I could get a go.
Yeah,
I really like the game, but I feel like I have no idea what's going on. Like when I put it on, I was like, have I started like Control 2 or something? Because I entered the game, and unless I missed the first like introduction video or something, because I wasn't paying attention. But
no, I don't know. The start of the game is like that. I remember when I was playing it last year. I was baffed. I didn't have and then 1 minute you have powers. I was like, what's going on?
The story.
I wasn't expecting that from anywhere.
The story is built throughout the game, so you get more context as the game goes on. I think it's done well in that sense.
Yeah.
You know this.
Well, I like the fact that it's like there's collectibles. Like you're opening up
there's a
new
collectible
areas.
there everywhere.
Yeah. So and I love that in a game. So I'm just sitting there, just like, oh, have I searched this room yet? No. It's telling me go here, but you know me, I'm a busybody. I'm gonna go search everywhere else first, and then we'll come
go where
back.
you should be.
So yeah, no, that's quite cool. I actually like that game. I'm interested to see what kind of powers and that she'll get throughout the game. But yeah, even some of the mods on the guns and stuff. If I'm being honest, I don't know how effective I think they are at the moment, but we'll see. Maybe when we get a bit further into the game, it will. Because I feel like that it's quite easy, if that makes sense. It's quite easy to kill people and stuff like that, and I'm just like, let me just wait.
When you begin, it's like that. It's quite easy.
Wait
then
till
you
you
will
start
find the
getting
first
big
boss.
bosses, yeah.
Then you find the first boss, and then I want you to come back and tell me how easy it is.
And you start getting characters that are normal characters, but they have stupid abilities. Then they're gonna think, okay.
Yeah, fair. What about you, Dad? You doing anything?
This week, not really much, to be honest. Just been practicing some editing and stuff like that. But you know, I'm even trying to think if I've even played my PS5 this week. You know, I don't think I've touched the PS5 on the Xbox, so it's been quite a boring week, to be honest.
Can we ask you? Is that because there's not enough out on the consoles, or the games that are out? Yeah, so the games that are out at the moment are just not enough to keep you interested.
I think yes and no. Obviously, PS5's got the PS Plus collection, and there are probably about 4 or 5 games on it that I haven't played. I haven't played Persona 5. I haven't played Days Gone, a couple other games and stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't really think I'm interested in them kind of games. I'm still waiting for the next, not necessarily Spider-Man, but the next game that's like Spider-Man or kind of thing. Yeah, the next exclusive or whatever.
Returnal is the next one.
Yeah, Returnal's the next one. So, and I think when's that? Next month, I believe.
April.
So,
isn't it? It got pushed to
either
April.
March or April. So I'm waiting for the next kind of big game, because after I've done with FIFA and all that, I'm kind of I can't go back to them again. Yeah, I'll wait till
your wallet's gonna be
October.
empty because there's a big influx coming. April,
the things I don't mind. I'm not buying anything right now, so I don't mind. Once March, April comes and there's games coming left, right, centre, I'm happy with that. To be honest,
in May you have Deathloop and Far Cry 6.
Yeah,
the games are kicking up from April time.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to Far Cry 6. That should be
yeah.
to play.
I'm just trying to see what's his name, Gus from Breaking Bad, innit? Yeah, that's what I'm just trying to see what he's saying anyway. So
Gustavo.
Yeah,
that'll be hype.
But yeah, that's what I've been up to be honest. Just doing little things outside the game and kind of thing. But hopefully next week I'll get back into it. Do you know what I think probably just made me not want to play games anymore, and it leads on to our first subject, Cyberpunk. That game can't stay out the news. Every week there is something going on with Cyberpunk. So I believe on Monday or Tuesday, CDPR put out a tweet saying that they were allegedly hacked by some random organisation. We're not sure who it is or whatever. They put ransomware. They put ransomware on their systems and all that kind of stuff. But luckily, they had backups that they can go back to, and they said they're not going to negotiate with them. Basically, the hackers were asking for their source code and stuff like that, which they managed to get anyway, and apparently have now auctioned it off on a black market website or dark web website or whatever for just over $1 million. They haven't actually said the actual price, but the source code for The Witcher 3, Gwen, and Cyberpunk 2077 has all gone. So no one knows where it's gone to or whatever. No one knows what they're going to do with it. But apparently they have been told whoever bought it, they're not allowed to distribute it, or they're not allowed to sell it for their own purposes or whatever. So I don't know, man. CDPR, I don't know what's going on with them, to be honest, man. But what do you think that they can do with their source code anyway? Because obviously it must be valuable if you're going to buy it for over $1 million. So what do you think they're going to do with it, whoever's bought it?
Well, it's weird because, like you said, if they're just saying they can't sell it on, so they've already lost that aspect of it. So they're gonna have to use it to develop another game, I guess. I think if maybe not use Cyberpunk's one because that was a bit of a flop, but if they could use The Witcher 3 as a foundation to build a game which made millions, why wouldn't you buy it? It seems like a sure thing, doesn't it? Really. I guess I don't know if there's any legal standing behind the fact that if they use their software or their use that source, will they be in some kind of legal battle around that? Do you know?
Yeah. Well, they haven't actually said, but I mean, obviously, if whoever bought it, say like it was another developer that bought it and they develop a game, surely CDPR, when they see the game, they're gonna say like, I'm pretty sure that was in our game or something so they might be able to argue.
But what can they do? How can you prove it?
Yeah.
Other people could have the same ideas as you, and if
you have to take him to court and ask the judge to see their source code, and if it's the same, big trouble. But
big
how do you have grounds to see someone's source code? Source code is quite important to your company, so you hide it from other companies.
Because I'm about to say the fact that they put out not disclaimer, what's that thing called where you sign out non-disclosure and all NDAs and that, like why would because somebody else from another company suggests that you've copied them, if that means everybody could do that, and then people will be able to see everybody's source codes.
Yeah, true.
And because obviously you'd have to then ask for the source code. Let's say I ask from you, Andan, and you're gonna have to supply it to me to then look at it to see if it's actually what they've used and compare it.
You can just copy all of it.
It's like
while you're looking at it.
Yeah, so I don't think they can do that. So I think that maybe they've looked at it and they're like, yeah, this is it. This is chopped.
The question is, what's the likelihood that it was EA or Microsoft who bought it?
I think that's extremely high. Extremely high.
You never know. But especially considering what the game costs like 300 and something million to make. And you're basically buying that whole game for, everything about that game for just over $1 million. You are winning. You don't understand that. Even though the game was a flop, but you're getting 3 games for the price of 1. So you're winning mad.
3 games for the price of nothing, and they're gonna make millions off of it if they can copy them for like.
Yeah,
We had our conversation last week. I don't know if anyone caught it, but we were saying about Amazon coming to take over the gaming market. I think it's time. We found out who bought it. Amazon had bought it, and they're gonna produce 3 massive games.
Amazon exclusive.
No, right. When they release a Cyberpunk game and it destroys their company,
but yeah, what's good? So that's what's been going on with CDPR. I looked at their stocks as well this week as well, and their stocks just been going up and going down as well. So they're going through a really tough time at the moment. Obviously, they're still trying to sort out the PS4, Xbox One versions, and the PC and next gen versions as well. So this is not what they need right now, man.
You know what the worst thing is that they're probably trying to fix a game that's broken, and with the expectation that people will then buy it after all of this, after all of the problems that it's had.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. They're spending time and money trying to fix it, and there's no guarantee that people are going to turn around and, have a second release and people will buy it.
Yeah.
So
people are going to forget about it. That's the problem.
What, forget about the bugs or forget about the game?
Forget about the game.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they want to be in the news every week. Who knows?
Yeah.
So I think the only way they're going to get back on top, especially with this game, is through the multiplayer. Whenever they decide to release the multiplayer this year, next year, whatever, the multiplayer has to be so good and so deep that it just draws people in, just like GTA, where
the only problem is
still playing it.
They have to go back on past statements about being user friendly. We don't do microtransactions in order to make that multiplayer profitable. So they've got to wage on their public perception now. They put themselves in a tough spot.
I think you'll find though a lot of people, as much as we know who the developers are and stuff like that, I think there's a lot of people that are just not interested in that, so they wouldn't actually know about the statements that they put out previously and stuff like that. I mean, if you bought the game now and you know any information about Cyberpunk and you saw multiplayer and there was online microtransactions, you wouldn't think no different of it.
No, but when you go and search it, and all the companies that know them for what they are saying, they said they'll never do this. They said they're user friendly. Now they're doing it.
Is that going to stop you if you feel like the game?
No, but you might check that before you go into the game. So they might.
It doesn't happen.
They might put it up. That's why people do reviews. People giving it a 4 out of 10 on PS4 and Xbox, and that's told people I'm not buying this game.
I don't think it will happen because if you look at a company like EA, people buy their games every year, even
It
though
doesn't
they
matter.
have
Oh yeah, but EA have never said.
terrible reputation.
Well, one EA has the franchises that have you locked. It's football and NFL. There's nothing you can do about that. But also EA, it's like when the bad kid does something bad, you don't care because you know they're the bad kid. That's what EA is doing. They said screw public perception. We're just gonna do what we want, and people are gonna accept it because we're EA.
Yeah, you need people like me. And say, that's the bad guy.
I'm the bad guy. Yeah. Now, I do get what you're saying about EA and all of that, but I generally don't think a lot of people really do care. To be honest, I think a lot of people start caring when it's just microtransactions everywhere, adverts everywhere, and stuff like that. But it will go after a week, and then you just come back to playing the game as per usual. It's happened so many times, especially with EA. So yeah, I don't think CDPR. I don't think they're gonna really lose too much, to be honest. So
I think they put it in from the start. Yeah, don't give a damn. But I think it depends, innit? If people care about the multiplayer, how good can the multiplayer be? If the systems are the same as single player, I don't know if people will care as much.
Yeah, true. Yeah, well, I guess it's something that we're gonna have to wait and see. Anyway, I'm sure Cyberpunk's gonna be in the news next week for something silly again. Anyway, so yeah, we will keep you updated on it as much as we possibly can as well.
Someone sets the office on fire. It's gonna be next week's story.
Yeah, what a joke of a game, but yeah.